Hey there, young man. Heard you're graduating from high school soon.
Yes, I am.
What are your plans after that? You gonna get a job? You going to college?
No way I'm getting a job. I'm going to college.
That's a great endeavor. How you gonna pay for that?
Well, how much is college?
Some cases in excess of $100,000. Parents, students, don't let that happen to you. The decision to go to college is a big commitment, but there are ways to pay for it. One of those ways to pay for it is through the military. What do you mean? Scholarship opportunities are available. United States Naval Academy, service academies, as well as ROTC scholarships. Let's explore some of those pathways right now. Now, the first option we're going to talk about are United States service academies. Army, Air Force, Navy, the Coast Guard Academy, as well as the Merchant Marine Academy. We're going to focus on the big three because the other two are kind of on the same level as the other three. You can see on this slide the basic requirements when it comes as far as SAT testing to get in. The Merchant Marine Academy as well as the Coast Guard are right in there. But as you can see, these numbers are kind of high. And I also want to remind everyone that they include the sports teams in there. So the overall average is pulled down just a little bit because there are some leeway given to some athletes to get to these universities or to these fine places. The next group is the ROTC scholarships. Each branch has their own requirements. So we look at the Army, they're the largest branch, but they necessarily don't have the largest number of scholarships, but they have the opportunities in lots of different fields. Like I tell everyone before I talk to them, it doesn't matter to me what branch you go to for your scholarship, just make sure it's something that interests you. We talk about, if I'm going to think about the Army, I'm looking at medicine, I'm looking at armor, I'm looking at helicopters, right? Army doesn't have any jets, so if you want to be a jet pilot, you don't go to the Army. Air Force. Air Force, once again, a little bit higher requirements if you've noticed right there, but a big part of it is the interview process. Now, I know some of y'all have heard recently about the Space Force. Those numbers haven't been broken out yet. The majority of Space Force personnel will come out of the Air Force, so in the upcoming years, expect that number to grow. But right now, if you look at this sheet right here, it shows you that interview is key. Not only must you have high grades, but the interview. And also, key point, if you're going to the Air Force, 80% engineers. 80% of their scholarships are in engineering, hard engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. If you don't want to be an engineer, you're not going to get an ROTC scholarship because that's where they come from. And then finally, the Navy and the Marine Corps. The Navy takes the bulk of the scholarships. There are very few four-year Marine Corps scholarships. So we'll talk about the Navy's. The Navy has the SAT and the ACT requirements, but the main thing that we know from there is that you must have a technical major. 90% of their scholarships come from technical majors. Now, remember that dental, medical, nursing, special programs, law, and all these special programs. So if law school and medicine are in your cards, there's a whole different way to go about that. Okay. Finally, I didn't get any scholarship. I started looking at this too late. I still may or may not want to join the military at some point and hope for a little bit of debt reduction. Well, there's this little known thing called a military college loan repayment program. And as you can read right there, it says if you've never been prior enlisted, you've never been in the reserves, this is a way that the military would pay up to $65,000 of your college loan debt. What I mean by that is that you didn't get a commission, you still want to join the military, you got to go and tell your local recruiter that you have these college degrees and you want that debt repayment program. So maybe you're not going to go in as an officer to a commissioning program, but maybe you can go in as enlisted but get that debt taken care of. There's always a way to pay. You just got to know the rules. And lastly, I tell everyone, read everything. If you're not sure, don't sign anything because this is a serious decision. What do you think now, young man?
Hey, my grades are pretty good and I'm in pretty good shape. I think I'm gonna get one of those ROTC scholarships.
Great idea.